Rocky? You're on the air.
Rocky's phone. He's in the middle of a little presentation.
Oh, this is Wayne Bradley from Conservatives Cool Talk Radio. We were supposed to we had an interview tonight at 8:30.
Oh, well, he just finished up. He's answering a couple questions. Do you want me to have him call you right back, or do you, or can you just give me a second? Let me try and pull him out of a conversation. Hold on 1 second, please.
You know,
So we have Rocky trying to get situated here again. When you're on the campaign trail, things happen. So waiting for Rocky to join us here.
yeah, I think so. I think so. Does she like it? No.
My girls love it.
I told her we're gonna spend a little bit more time.
Well, there's
So Rocky right now, he's in and he's
you know what?
Everybody. I do.
My parents live here.
Yeah.
I must have gone away with him for 5 years.
Yeah. Where was she? She was German or Polish?
And
My
then
dad
we had
was
a down
the one
by
that
bombing.
Yeah.
And my father was killed.
Yeah. Fourth soldier.
meeting
So,
with
you know,
her right
that
now.
will. I want to keep this chop that off. Get it off.
I don't want anyone chopping my head off, though. But you know, that was the thing that about the guy that designed Telegraph. That
Well, why
construction.
don't you tell him what you got the message?
That they call?
Yeah.
No? Okay. How you doing?
Hey, Rocky, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Sorry.
You know, sorry about that, Chief. You know what? I just finished a fundraiser just now. Can I ask you a favor? You're gonna hate me.
No,
But can we go back? What's that?
No, not at all. What can I do? How can I help you out here?
Well, how long is the interview gonna take?
I can call you. Well, we can go about 15, 20 minutes.
How about can we go back to the original time of 9:30?
Actually, at that time, Pete's going to be on the show. I've got another guest on it now.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and do that. Then. Okay.
All right.
Let's just start.
All right. Well, everyone is listening.
Let me just tell my wife really quickly.
Okay.
I apologize. I got to take 15 minutes. I got a radio interview.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's my brother.
That's your brother?
Yeah.
Nice to meet
He's the
you.
one that just moved.
Let me give you a card also, Robert. I'd love that. You've got my email and my phone number, and I apologize. My wife will. Antoine, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Rocky, welcome to the show. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic.
Great.
Thank you very much for allowing us.
Campaign trail, huh?
Yes, sir. Actually, just finishing up an event, and thank you very much for allowing us to be on the program and to share some great thoughts about where our nation should be headed.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming on the show. You guys are heading into the final stretch here, the last week. How have you felt so far here on the campaign trail?
Well, I'm very positive about it. You know, the sad part about it is a lot of our opponents are not abiding by the 11th commandment. But you know what? When you misrepresent the truth or when you're losing, you end up doing that. But we've stayed positive, and we've got a great positive message that is leading us through the primary. And I'll tell you what, we are building a force to be reckoned with in the general election. Over 1,000 volunteers now, raising the funds that we need to communicate our message. And people, your listeners, can get involved in our campaign by, no matter where they live, if they're listening to this program, they can get involved in our campaign by jumping on our website at RockyWorksForUs.com. Again, it's RockyWorksForUs.com, and get involved in a targeted race against a big-time spender Democrat.
Right. That's something I've been telling a lot of people listening in, that regardless of where the candidate lives and he's running for Congress, he's someone that can help out all of us in this country. And I think that's what people need to recognize as far as our leaders and how important it is in each congressional race.
Absolutely, and that's why we've adopted and requested different races or different areas to adopt us as well, and for people to help us out when there is no challenge, and told them what's really at stake. And what's at stake is the direction of our nation. And are we going to continue big-time spending of Washington and allow more wealth distribution and more socialistic ideas, or are we going to go with the true path of liberty and freedom, of less government, less taxes, and more personal freedom?
Right. Now, for the people out here that aren't familiar with you, that might be listening in, can you give us a little bit of your background? Because you have a very diverse background. Can you give us a little bit of your background and what made you decide to run for Congress?
Sure. Well, I was enlisted in the United States Army. I started off as an enlistee. I was a sergeant before I went to officer candidate school. And I've been served in the military for 24 years, 3 activations, 2 combat tours. I'm proud to have earned the Bronze Star Medal for combat operations back in 2003, 2004 as an Army officer. I'm a reservist. That's the rank of major. I was in the infantry, and then also was enlisted in the infantry and did some work and got commissioned as well as in the branched actually in the civil affairs doing civil military operations. So I have a wide military background. I served in the state legislature, and was the youngest majority leader of any state legislature in the country. That was about 10 years ago, and we brought term limits. I was one of the co-chairs of term limits in Michigan. And lastly, I've started some businesses, and my most recent business experience was that I was the CEO of a national business called Star Tickets, and we're across the United States, actually. Your listeners from California to Oklahoma to Florida to even Washington State would know that if they get their tickets at startickets.com, then they went through us, and I was the CEO of that company for quite a while. We turned around, and most recently, what I did was with my wife, we decided, my wife Amalia, who happens to be a Maronite of Lebanese extraction, she and I decided that we would sell our interest in the company, leave the company, and leave the military so that we can run for Congress, because a lot of people are uncertain out there. They're fearful and they're uncertain, and we share their frustrations, we share their uncertainty, and both my wife and I are very optimistic, but we're also realists, and we believe that you got to stand up and fight for what you believe in. And I've been given a lot of a beautiful life here in the United States and in Michigan. This is my home, and that's why I'm ready to fight for it. And because of that level of frustration, I got to tell you this: my level of frustration isn't just limited to Democrats. It's also with Republicans, because Republicans overspent and acted like Republicans in many ways. And I am through with the rhinos. I'm through with any type of politician. I believe we need more patriots and less politicians, and that's why I'm running for office.
I can definitely appreciate that. I think a lot of people can recognize it is not just the Democrats. We had a lot of big spending Republicans too, so we got to change. The lines got a little blurry there for a while, and that's primarily what we lost.
The sad part about it is in this race, I've got a couple Republicans that are still, they say they're not big spenders, but they're big spenders, and the primary is only a week away, and our polls are looking very, very good and very positive. And I just come from the perspective that you got to work for your people, abide by the Constitution, cut the spending, cut the garbage, and let's get back to putting our country back on the path that it should be. And that is the great prosperity in the greatest example of democracy in the world, of a republic.
Right. If you're elected to Congress, what will be the first issue that you would tackle, Rocky? National
debt. All issues fall under the national debt. Everything falls under the national debt. Our economy, the strength of our economy, health care, cap and trade, everything, our national security. We need to lower taxes, cut spending, and that way we reduce the wasteful spending in government, we reduce the growth of government, and start growing our private sector, not our public sector.
how would you approach this health care bill that President Obama